start the official program right now with our Hofmarschall. And no running break, marching break.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, bilge rats and bar wenches. So there I was on my way to the Phoenix Club tonight, and I stopped off at this little bar, and you might know I'd find a pirate. So I says to him, I look at him and I says, did you know there's a ship steering wheel coming out of your pants? And he says to me, did you know that? Did you know that you had a ship steering wheel coming out of your pants? He goes, yeah, it's driving me nuts. So this other bar, this pirate strolled into this other bar, and he's there. And the bartender looks at him and says, you look terrible. He says, why? Well, what about that leg? All you got is that stump on the end of your leg. He says, well, we were out at sea and we had a fight, and this cannonball took my leg off. But the surgeon, he stitched me up and everything's fine. I'm fine, really, I'm fine. Well, what about that arm, that hook thing on the end of your arm? And, well, I was at this other fight. We were out at sea and I got into this sword fight and you might know, got my arm cut off. He said, but the surgeon, he fixed me up fine. Don't worry about it. He fixed me up fine. Well, what about that patch on your eye? The last time you were in here, you had 2 eyes. I said, well, we were out at sea and it was a bright, clear day, and this flock of birds flew overhead, and I looked up, and this bird shit right in my eye. And the guy says, the bartender says, but you can't lose your eye from having a bird shit in it. He says, well, I wasn't quite used to my hook. So there was this other bar out in the middle of some, it was in a mysterious island somewhere between Arabia and India. And this pirate, he walks in and he sits down at this table, and there's this oil lamp sitting on the table. And he rubs it clean and pops this genie. And the genie says, you got 3 wishes. And the pirate goes, oh, 3 wishes. Well, the first wish I'm going to make is to have a big mug of beer that never goes empty. He says, granted. And here's this big mug of beer, and that pirate just drank it down and put it down, and there it filled up again and again and again. And he was so excited. And that genie said, well, what about your second and third wish? And he said, oh, well, I'm going to have 2 more of these. Well, you scum rags. I'll tell you, that's about it for tonight. For me, but I'm going to introduce you to the scurviest group of gentlemen you've ever seen. I want to introduce the Elverod for the Phoenix Club Karnevalsgesellschaft. Here they are.